Good morning. This review is for my Integrated 1 class, but before I get started, I want to say I hope that everyone's doing all right out there. I made this review because we're struggling a little bit with the midpoint formula, so hopefully this little review helps you understand how to use the midpoint. So our goal is to review the midpoint formula and try a few examples. So just so you know, suppose you have two ordered pairs. The midpoint formula allows you to find the exact location between the 2 points. Here's the midpoint formula. It says x1 plus x2 divided by 2, and then y1 plus y2 divided by 2. Let me translate what it's telling you to do. It is telling you to add the x values together and cut that result in half. Same for the y values. Add the x's, cut it in half. Add the y's, cut it in half. Alright, I'm going to do an example, and then I have a problem for you to try. And then we'll see what happens if it's not a nice number that you can cut in half easily, but it's not that bad. Alright, so here we go. So I'd like to find the midpoint. So remember, I add the x values together. So remember, ordered pairs are called ordered pairs because they're in the order of the alphabet. So I'm going to add my x values together. 3 and 7. That gives me 10. And I'm going to take half of that. I'm going to add my y values together. I owe you 5, I owe you 1, I owe you 6. I'm going to take half of that. Okay? Again, I added my x's, and now I'm going to take half. I added my y's, and now I'm going to take half. Half of 10 is 5. Half of negative 6 is negative 3. That is the point that is halfway between these points. Right in the middle between. The exact location. Alright, so you try this one. You try this one, hit pause, try it. Don't just watch me do it. Hit pause and try it, and hopefully you understand how to do this. Hit pause, not too late. You can hit pause and try it on your own. Alright, and hopefully you did and tried it. Let's see if we agree on the answer. So again, you add together your x's. I owe you 2, I owe you 6, I owe you 8. 3 and 11, that gets me 14. And I'm going to take half of each of these. Half of negative 8 is negative 4, and half of 14 is 7. So hopefully you got that same answer. If not, go back and figure out what you did, but you have to try. Don't just watch. Try. Alright, so what if the number does not divide nicely by 2? Not a big deal. Think of money. Like normally $13 is about half price, so it's $6.50. Right? So, and if you need to use a calculator because you're not sure, do it. I don't care. Just get the right answer here, okay? Alright, so here's an example that is not going to have a nice value, but you'll see what we get. Okay, so find the midpoint for this. Remember, we add together the x's, and then we add together the y's. After we add together the x's and the y's, we take half, okay? So my x's together, that's 5, so 1 and 4, that gets me 5. I'm going to take half of that. 5 minus 3, that's 2. Well, 2 doesn't go into 5 nicely, but half price of $5 is $2.50. So 2.5, and 2 divided by 2 is 1. That's my midpoint. Alright, now you try this problem, and hit pause and try it on your own. Not too late, you can hit pause, you can try it on your own. You can take that step, you can do it. All right, hopefully you did, and let's see if we agree on the answer. We add the x's together, we get 16, and we're going to take half of that. I owe you 3, I owe you 4, you're going to tell me I owe you 7. I'm going to take half of that. Half of 16, that's 8. If something's normally $7 and it's half price, it's $3.50, but we got to pay attention to that negative sign. So minus 3.5. Alright, that's how you take the midpoint. Or that's how you find the midpoint. Now, the only other thing that I left out on this, the only thing I left out is I could actually ask you to find the midpoint of a segment, and I give you a picture. Let's say I ask you to find the midpoint of something that looks like this. Find the midpoint. You know how to do it. The question has already been taught to you. Tell me what these coordinates are and go through the process. All right? So hopefully this helps you to understand how to find the midpoint and allows us to do a little bit better on this upcoming quiz. So I'm going to go ahead and end it here. Again, I hope everyone is doing all right out there. Have a great day, everybody. Bye-bye.